And now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our CEO, Tricia Meller, and get started for the evening.
Good, man. It's great to see everyone. I'm so glad so many of you could join us on the call. And tonight, we really want to start off by acknowledging that April is Volunteer Appreciation Month. So this is a very special month in Girl Scouting, especially as far as those of us on staff are concerned, because it means we get to celebrate each and every one of you. So from all of us to all of you, just want to thank you for what you do and wish you a very happy Volunteer Appreciation Month. So kudos and thank you. We have a special treat for you tonight. So to kick off this meeting, I'm actually going to turn it over. Amanda's going to share her screen, and we're going to share this this very short and quick special treat for you all.
It was doing a little bit a lag on me, but hopefully it's up. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started.
Thank you, volunteers.
Love you.
We love you all.
Thank you, volunteers, for everything that you do. The product sales team really appreciates you.
As a Girl Scout staff, I just want to say thank you to the volunteers and how much work you guys put into it. It makes a difference, and we see that in the girls and the stories that we hear every day. Thank you.
Thank you so much for doing everything you do to make Girl Scouts happen.
To all the Girl Scout volunteers, we thank you so very much for all that you do.
As a staff member and now a parent of a Daisy Girl Scout, I see on a daily basis the impact that the work of all of you as volunteers has on the girls we serve. Thank you for everything you do.
Hey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for a bit of a lag, but we really just wanted to give you a heartfelt thank you from all of us as we start off tonight's meeting. I know we have a pretty full agenda, and one of the breakout rooms, just to give you, not to sell my own breakout room to you, because there's a lot of exciting things that are going on, but Carrie, Crystal, and I have a conference we're attending in 2 weeks where GSUSA, one of the topics they want us to come with is what do they need to do to invest in the volunteer experience? What's the council's role? What's GSUSA's role? So that's going to be a breakout I'm running so later on, just to give you a heads up. Otherwise, on the national front, GSUSA is really working hard on our next 3-year strategy. It is taking a lot of time because they really want to tweak it, and there's so much to do. And one of the big issues that we always say is strategy is about deciding what not to do. And in Girl Scouting, we're terrible at deciding what we're not going to want to do because we want to do everything, but they really are trying to simplify their strategy. So at the next meeting in May, I'll share a little bit more about the strategy, where we stand, where it looks like the national organization will be moving in the next 3 years, and what we'll be focusing on a result of what they're doing. So that will be exciting. And another item that's coming up is pretty soon, I think it's April 20th is the deadline for those of you interested in applying to be delegates to the next national convention. The next National Council session is in July of 2023 in Orlando, Florida. And we will be sending 6 delegates down there. You must be a US citizen older than 14. And you have to be interested in governance and the big picture information of our movement. So please consider if that's something that interests you. If you like to discuss what the promise and the law might mean, or what the Constitution or the governance strategies of Girl Scouting is, please consider applying. The applications are found on our website under the governance page of the council, so please consider getting that in. Like I said, it does have an April 20th information. Will there be more information on girls coming out? Yes, we will have that information very soon. It is the girl portion of the conference will be called Girl Scout Phenom, like a major expo type event. We do not know all of the vendors. We know this conference is taking place on the Disney Resort, but we don't know exactly where. So one of the major conference centers that they have down there. But GSUSA has promised a lot more information. I was on a call this afternoon and we actually ran out of time to hear the report because we were so busy discussing other matters of what's coming up. So I will try and get that out to everyone. Our marketing team will be great at sharing any of that information. But again, if you want to be a delegate, that needs to be in by April 20th. So there's plenty of time for our governance committee to go through the interview process and discuss that with folks. Because elections will be held for that role in July. And under our bylaws, it is the board of directors who conducts that election. But we will get information out on Girl Scout Phenom so that all of you can hopefully plan great trips for your troops or go down by yourself or potentially with the alumni trip if you're not going to be in Ireland because they are happening at the same time. If you have any other questions, feel free to stop at the when we have some question and answers. And save your space form. Excellent. Thank you, Carrie. So with that, I'm going to turn this over and then we'll come back to any questions later on, but just give it some thoughts. We'll be here I'll be on all through the call.
Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and I'll share my screen and we're going to go through and do some membership updates here in just a minute. Hopefully everyone can see that. Of course, just a brief overview of your membership team. You have Heidi, Mallory, and Tammy, who are the recruiters who are out in the field on a regular basis. So when you do see them, say hello and offer up any help you can give, whether it's just telling us the best places to advertise in your area or any information that you have for us. We always appreciate it. Of course, our membership numbers for the current year, the My 22 year, are looking spectacularly well. Right now, we're seeing an increase, of course, in membership across the board, which is a beautiful thing. We're sitting, right under 9,500 members, which is a huge increase, over 4.6% from where we were last year. And we're looking at well over 5,800 girls closing in on that really fast. Great renewal rates. They're slightly down from last year, but that was completely expected with the various difficulties that have been given to us through the pandemic. But other than that, we have been making great progress forward and expect to see our increase continue. And then we have a whole new membership year starting with our renewals. And we are excited to say we are well on the way to making goals with those also. We already have over 1,800 members registered for next year with over 250 of those being girls. So we are super excited, and we will cover more about renewals here in a little bit and walk you through how to get that taken care of for your troops and your communities. Of course, the recruiters are working on the Daisy launch. This is bringing in those pre-K and kindergarten girls that either haven't had an opportunity to join us yet or are looking to start kindergarten in the fall and can't wait to get started. We're doing these programs all over the state. If you have any questions about whether one's going on in your community, whether it be New Hampshire or Vermont, reach out to us. We're more than happy to let you know where they are and work with you to find something to do close to your community. And now I am going to turn it over to Amanda Powell with volunteer support.
Thanks, Amanda. You can go to the next slide. So just do another quick introduction for the volunteer support team. So I'm Amanda, the team lead. We have Michelle Moulton and Anne Marie, who specialize in new leader support. Dee Dee Rice, who specializes in existing leader support, troop banking, and individual girls, and Carrie Zames, who is a master of all trades and helps us with everything. Next slide. Thank you. So as I just said, early renewal started on April 1st. And if you're still looking to take care of that, we have some great incentives throughout this month. So if you renew by the end of April, the girls will get $15 off their membership fee, and troop leaders get $5 off their membership fee. If girls that renew in May will get $10 off their membership fee. And girls that renew in June get a ticket for free to the Girl Expo in October, which we're very excited to have again. And any member who registers through May 13th can also register for the Kristen Bell and Girl Scouts Paint Your World Purple national membership event. You do need to have 2023 membership for that, and you do need to register for it as you go in and do your membership. But there is a link, you can find that right on our landing page if you go right to girlscoutsgwm.org. If you see right here on that picture, you'll see a nice big picture come up there with the purple. You can click right on that to register for that event once you've renewed your membership. To renew yourself and your girls, again, right when you're on there on that girlscoutsgwm.org, you're going to click My GS, and that will take you to your My account. You can do your renewals right in there. Next slide, Amanda. Thank you. Part of early renewal is making sure we can make space for new friends in our troop. Just as a reminder, as we've been sharing with you, troops will open up spots for new girls to register on July 1st. We don't have a wait list or hold spots for girls. So troops will be expected to welcome new girls if they join the troop before the returning girls in their troop register. We won't be removing those new girls from the troop if they join before the returning girls, because this helps us to make sure there's a spot for every girl that wants to join Girl Scouts and make new friends. If your girls can't renew before July 1st for some reason, we totally understand that. If you can just reach out to volunteer support through customer care, that we can make sure we unlist your troop from the participation catalog to make sure your girls have time to renew, but we will relist that on October 1st. And I think I have one more slide. I always forget the number that I make. I knew I had one more. And how to prepare your troop for early renewal. You want to check your troop roster out. And again, if you're on girlscoutsgwm.org, you can go right to that My GS tab into your account. On that left-hand menu, you're going to see My Troop. If you click My Troop, you're going to see all the girls there, and it will show you their status on the side. You can see the status of your volunteers as well. That'll let you check and see if everyone's renewed yet or not. That'll let you give the troop reminders for renewal. This also gives you opportunity to make sure that your meeting details are correct under the My GS tab. So for example, if you've had a change in meeting location, a change in time, just to make sure you got that updated so we have that listed correctly. Also, it lets you make sure that you can have your troop size, minimum expectations listed correctly. So for example, if your troop has daisies, want to make sure that you're open for a minimum of 12 girls. If you do need a smaller troop size for some reason, please just reach out to volunteer support so we can touch base with you, make sure to get that adjusted and give you any additional support that you may need. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot an email over to customer care, and someone from volunteer support will contact you to go over that. Thank you.
Thank you, Amanda. And I believe that next we are going to go over to program and properties.
Thanks, Amanda. All right, so I'm Karen Martin, Director of Program and Properties, and here's my team. So many of you know Jasmine Averbuck, the manager of outdoor program. Josh and Craig work out at the properties. Kristen, Ashley, and Laura are most likely to be delivering program. And then we're currently hiring for our summer camp and seasonal staff. So same shameless self-promotion, if you know someone who would be a great staff member at summer camp or for seasonal staff, definitely have them go to the website, fill out an application. We're hiring great staff right now. So Amanda, the next slide. So this month I wanted to talk about the hire awards for our Girl Scouts. And at the same time, the pictures that are here, because you know my pictures never match my slides, are from the recent badge blast that we did that focused on both robotics and financial literacy, because planning for robotics team also means planning your finances. So some of these pictures, this one in particular is the first Lego League, our electric llamas giving a presentation to the girls who were at the badge blast about their team and how they finance it. So you can enjoy those pictures as we go along. But let's talk about the Bronze Award for our Girl Scout juniors. So this Bronze Award is a take action project. So most of you have done journeys. I'm sure you know the difference between service projects and take action projects. When I talk to girls about that, I usually talk about the difference between bringing food to the food pantry and giving them something that you know that they need, which will help them for a little while, versus talking to the food pantry and discovering that one of the things they need there is can openers to give to their families to open cans, and then launching a campaign to get people to donate can openers when they donate food. So the difference between taking action and service. So in order to prepare for this award, we want our juniors to complete a junior journey, read the Girl Scout Bronze Award guidelines on our website, and then participate in a Highest Awards webinar. And those are upcoming. You can register online for them. And then one big deal is that the project advisor, we always say, is an expert and may not be a troop leader or family member. So we want girls to branch out into their communities. And the deadline for those final reports, September 30th of the 5th grade year. But if you wait until September 30th and there's a problem and your girls are older, that causes trouble. So please turn them in early, right? After the Bronze Award, we move to the Silver Award. Do you want to change the slide for us? There we go. There's some more robotics photos. We're still talking about the Bronze Award. All right, so the Bronze Award, to help our Girl Scouts who are learning to do this first sort of take action project with their community, we're offering a council-wide Bronze Award that goes along with our tree promise. So GSUSA promised that we would plant 5 million trees in 5 years, and we've committed to 2,000 trees here in our council. So we're offering a Bronze Award project for our Girl Scouts. So they can come to this award, they can learn about how to make it a Bronze Award while they're planting trees or working with their communities, how to make that a sustainable project. And so we encourage our juniors and their adults to come to this and learn more about it. We also have, for some of the younger girls or maybe some juniors who are not ready or who have already done a Bronze Award, to come to the Earth Day trail hike or the Arbor Day trail hike, where we'll be looking at how to plant trees and how they might want to do that in their community, because 2,000 trees is an awful lot of trees to plant in a very short period of time. So now the Silver Award. That next slide. There we go. So, so this photo, the girls actually code these mice that follow a maze. It's really a fascinating thing. And then you can make the mazes larger and larger. It was one of the best highlights of the whole program for me. So the Silver Award is for our Girl Scout cadets. And again, we're addressing the cause of a problem. We're involving our community. It has to be sustainable. And so girls need to complete a cadet journey. We recommend that they read the Silver Award guidelines and that they come to a Highest Awards webinar. And very importantly, their intent form must be submitted and approved before their work begins. So the form's online, submitted through customer care. We've been turning them around in less than 2 weeks per report, which is kind of a great thing. And then it can be a team project. So girls can work together on it, but each Girl Scout has to submit her own intent form and her own final report. So even if they're working together, every Girl Scout needs to fill in her own report. And again, really important that that advisor is an expert, not a troop leader or a family member. So really looking out into the community. And again, plan ahead. September 30th is the deadline, but waiting to the last second, never a great plan. All right, will you change the slide, please? All right, and then our Gold Award. I know, Karen, you're on this call. Karen Werner, you're one of our Gold Award committee members. So the Gold Award is the highest award a Girl Scout can earn. It involves the team of community participants. So in this stage of a Girl Scouts awards, she should be leading a team of community members. So really branching out into the community, using her leadership skills. She wants to address the root cause of an issue, and she has to have a very strong plan for sustainability. It has to have a component that educates and inspires others about their project. So for this, they need to complete 2 journeys or 1 journey and have earned their Silver Award. The Girl Scout Gold Award guidelines are online. We have highest award webinars. And now we have Go for Your Gold Award trainings, which really help girls learn how to approach the whole Gold Award. And the only way to turn in the paperwork for this is to create an account and go gold, to turn in your proposal, have it reviewed, and then turn in your final report. There are no paper forms for the Gold Award. Again, Gold Award can be done by individual girls, and then they need to lead their team. The project advisor is an expert, and then again, don't wait till the last second, so that we can look at those. Can we look at the next slide? All right, so how does the Gold Award process work? This is a question that we get an awful lot. So once you submit your proposal, it's reviewed by the Gold Award Committee. And at this stage, you might get feedback in writing that suggests ways to strengthen the proposal. They might get information about how to prepare to present their proposal to the committee. And then really importantly, we use a GSUSA rubric that's used by all councils nationwide to provide feedback for girls who are working on their Gold Award. Our goal is that they're successful and that we hold all girls to the same standard. Once their proposal is complete, they present it to the full Gold Award Committee and they'll receive feedback there. And once their proposal is approved, our Girl Scouts are invited to a Google Classroom where we post office hours for their questions so that we can work with them when they need it. We remind them of deadlines, and where, more importantly, I think they can connect with other Girl Scouts who are also working on their Gold Awards. So we try to be really supportive of them as they're working on that, so that they always have a place to go for questions. And then the Go for Gold Award training is coming up April 18th. So if you have girls in 9th through 12th grade thinking about their Gold Award, this is the place they want to be. So we're going to have one in April, there'll be one in May, and again in June, and register online for those. Right? I think that is all of the slides, but like Amanda, I'm never sure. Oh, no, it is not all of the slides, see? So then there's other awards too that I want to make sure that we highlight. So there's additional awards for Cadet, Senior, and Ambassador Girl Scouts. The Community Service Bar is available to girls, and the Service to Girl Scouting Bar is also available. So 20 hours of service to your organization in your community, or 20 hours of service to the Girl Scout organization. So these are verified by a troop leader and the community organization, or just by your troop leader. And once they're verified, you can purchase these in the shop. So they don't necessarily need to go through council to get these. And then there's another slide, I'm pretty sure. And then we have the Torch Award. So you can award this to a Girl Scout who is a leader in her community. So she has to complete a leadership journey, and then she has to have a leadership position at her school, her place of worship, somewhere in her community, so that she can do that. And again, there's an online form to verify with the troop leader and the organizational lead, and you can purchase these in the shop. And then the program aid, the CIT, and the volunteer and training VIT can be earned for work that girls are doing. PA training, we just had one. There's another one coming up April 23rd, and that's usually a girl's first step. So there's lots of ways for girls to be recognized for service in their community, and with these awards, we want to make sure that our girls know about them and that we can help them achieve them. I think that's the last slide. Amanda's laughing at me now.
It is the last slide.
Oh, good. Okay. So were there any questions I should address right now? Oh, the Tree Promise programs, all of those things. Yep, perfect. Okay.
There's one, Karen, about asking about the slides. If you can share the slides with them for their service unit meeting.
Probably. We record this, so the recording is there. But yes, if you want to find a way to share the slides, all of this information is on our website though, so it's also easy to see there too. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you, Karen. Next, I believe we are going to be going to Christine Airy.
And I'm here also with Kelly today to talk a little bit about the Girl Scouts Voices Count survey. We can go to the next slide. So you're probably starting to get some emails in your inboxes from Girl Scouts of the USA. The Girl Scouts of the USA conducts this national customer experience survey of girls, parents and caregivers, and volunteers annually. And the survey is used by GSUSA and us at local councils to figure out how we can improve and grow Girl Scouts. We can go to the next slide. So as I mentioned, the survey, it's a way for us to capture the voices of our core customer groups. The survey does go out, 4 different surveys go out. One for the girls, one for parents and caregivers, one for troop leaders, and then one for our service unit / community volunteers. And we are looking to collect information about some key performance indicators of each council, and all councils across the country and overseas are participating in the Girl Scout Voices Count survey. So we're looking to find just some information about girls and parents, troop leaders' satisfaction with Girl Scouts, any recommendations you might have to share with us, your intent to stay with the organization, and then again, just looking to find out about your general experiences and how you feel about Girl Scouts. As I mentioned before, there are 4 different surveys. So if you are involved in multiple ways, like for myself, I have a daughter in Girl Scouts and I'm also a troop leader. So I will be getting 2 surveys that I will, work with. The one for my daughter, I'll work with her to help her fill it out. For younger girls, I definitely suggest that parents work with the girls to help them fill it out. And then for older girls, if they're comfortable, they can definitely fill out the survey on their own. And then as a parent, you'll be filling one out, and then troop leader. So you could potentially have 3 to 4 surveys coming to you from Girl Scouts of the USA. They are hitting our email boxes now for the month of April for girl members, parents and caregivers, and troop leaders. If you're on here as a troop leader, we'd really like to encourage you to ask your parents to take the time to fill out the survey and to take the time to sit with their girls to fill out the survey. This is really your opportunity and their opportunity to let us know how we're doing and what we can do differently. So, this is definitely something we would like to see everybody taking advantage of this opportunity to share their experiences and to give us some feedback. And from May 4th to June 3rd, the survey will be emailed out to service unit and community volunteers. And then GSUSA compiles all that information, and then they share it with us at the local councils in around the June-July time period. I think we'll go to the next slide. Kelly, are you jumping in here?
I am, Christine, thank you. Hi, everyone. As Christine said, my name is Kelly Brown, and I'm the Director of Fund Development for the Council. And along with Christine, I was part of a staff task group to dig deeper into these survey results. So moving on a little bit from what Christine shared, I'm going to quickly review how we use these survey findings. So you can see the 3 categories that we have here on the slide. Based on the responses received for this past year, and there were less than 250 respondents in each of our categories. So we, the task group, we all took a look at the 3 segments of the parent and caregiver, troop leader, and Girl Scout. We identified the areas that received a lower score and where we're looking to make improvements or adjustments based on those results. As mentioned, this year, we created this staff task group, and a few of our staff were involved to review the data and put together a training for all of our staff so that everyone has a better understanding of the areas of improvement as well as the areas of excellence. We use this data to celebrate programs, processes, and staff, and encourage staff to take a closer look at the areas that need improvement. Several of the scores affect more than one department, so our hope is that any comments or recommendations will be looked at by all of the staff and the teams that are affected. It is our goal to take all of the comments and the scores seriously and address as needed. This is an anonymous survey, so we cannot respond to any individual comments or scores directly. We analyze our year-over-year results from the past few years to better prioritize areas that need to be addressed. Next slide, Amanda. So the way that we gauge the customer satisfaction is by using a Net Promoter Score. The Net Promoter Score goal is to make every customer likely to recommend Girl Scouting to others. As you can see, promoters are the most likely to recommend Girl Scouting to others. Using the survey, our goal is to make the more passive respondents and detractors, move them into our promoter category. The questions used as part of these Net Promoter Scores are: 1, for a girl, if your friend asked you about Girl Scouts, how likely are you to tell them to join? 2, as a parent or caregiver, how likely are you to recommend Girl Scouts to other parents or caregivers? 3, as a leader, how likely are you to recommend volunteering with Girl Scouts to others? And 4, also as a leader, how likely are you to recommend Girl Scouting to others? So as I mentioned at the start, our survey results this year are based on approximately 250 responses within each category. And as Amanda highlighted at the start with our membership, total membership is 9,000 plus. So we really have a long way to go in getting folks to complete and submit the survey. As a council, we highly encourage all of you as parents, caregivers, and volunteers to complete the survey so that your voice is counted and you can help our council grow and improve. As we become better informed of what is successful or what needs to be reviewed, you and your Girl Scout will most definitely receive the benefits. I don't think there's another slide, Amanda. I think it's a thank you. I believe it's a thank you.
It is.
Thanks. Does anyone have any questions for Christine or myself?
And one thing I just wanted to add really quick is that the survey isn't intended to take a long time. The questions are really written and limited in number, so that it should only take you potentially 10 to maybe 15 minutes, depending on how lengthy you get in some of your responses. But it definitely won't take up a lot of your time. So we were both saying, we really encourage everyone to go ahead and take the survey when you get the opportunity.
Yes. Thank you all.
Thank you, Christine and Kelly, for sharing that with us tonight. So the next thing we're going to go on